My name is Christine. I'm 43 and from Hackney in East London. I grew up on this council estate in South Hackney. My father was black and from Barbados, but he died when I was 6. My mother is white and was born in Camden, London. My mum and dad met in the ska and reggae dance halls of the 60s. They already had 1 child each and then had 3 together. I'm the youngest. I have my 3 wonderful children, John, Tony and James, and 3 grandchildren, Rainbow, Leon and Tyler. My brothers and sisters, well, it was an interesting time when we were growing up. Didn't have a lot, it was quite poor. We basically spent a lot of time dealing with not only being a little bit hungry, not having many clothes. Also, I think being mixed race, our families didn't quite get it either. Certain members of the family used to cover us up in balaclavas, from head to toe, gloves on, middle of the summer, just to go out with them. We even had to be locked in cupboards when certain visitors came and stay there quietly. And to be honest, there was loads of other terrible things which I'd rather not talk about. But I think a lot of that is what made me who I am today, because during that time I decided I just wanted to get out from it all. And I was always really good at school, but even the teachers just didn't take me seriously. It took many years and many schools, to be honest, before they actually took me seriously. And I think I finally got someone to believe in me when I was locked away in a school that was called a boarding school, but it was actually a school for kids that just wouldn't settle and wouldn't, you know, behave in inner city schools. And that was in West Sussex. That was after going to about 9 schools in the Hackney borough. I guess when I did finally have kids as well, really young as a teen mum, that was it. I was like, oh, you've had it now, your life's down the pan. You done your hair properly?
Yeah. I put gel in and I combed it as well.
I need a haircut. I guess the area I grew up in, there wasn't an awful lot expected of you. It was partly just being a young woman, but partly being mixed race, or really the tag was black. No one really said mixed race. They used to use the term half caste. I think that made certain people feel better. Not sure why. But yeah, it was, I don't think much was expected, even from my family point of view. You know, come from a background of cleaners. What about with the New Year's Eve working?
It was a bit of a nightmare this year. Because,
I have been a London Underground manager for many years, working with staff, track safety and operations. I also work as a chair within equality issues and anti-gun and knife campaigns. Alright, well what we'll do then, if we can meet again perhaps next week. I was a teenage mum. I had my first young son when I was 16, almost 17. And another one when I was just for my 19th. So yeah, I was young as a mum and it wasn't easy, not at all. Here she is with 2 babies for the state to feed. You know, you get all that kind of, those comments. But in fact I always worked and I've always studied as well. It was having them that made me want to better my life and study. I'd also come out of a relationship which was really abusive as well. And that was really bad. I mean, that was the kind of relationship that put you in hospital. And I swore if I ended up in hospital again, hurt by another man, I'd kill him. And I meant it. I meant it to the point that I actually crawled out of hospital and took myself to Hackney's front line to buy a gun. I was prepared to go and kill him. Because if I knew if I didn't, I'd end up dead. And I had 2 babies to care for. After being bullied so much as a kid, for all sorts of reasons, being poor, being mixed, all those kind of things. Having a man in my life who I really loved, harming me and abusing me, it just wasn't going to happen. And I decided there and then, I'm going to kill him. I'm not taking this no more. He's going to die. And I went up this Holly Street in Dalston, Hackney, and it was a front line. You got anything there, drugs, weapons, you name it, you could buy it from there. And I went there straight from the hospital. It was the third time I'd been hospitalised, and I thought it's not going to happen no more. Went to buy a gun, and this guy, Jamaican fella, he said to me, yeah, come with me. And I held out this money, and my face was all bruised and battered, I could barely walk. And he said, come with me. And we went into this squat in the back of Holly Street. And there was guys in another room, and they were burning spoons and drugs and all sorts in one room. There was no lighting, couldn't see a thing. And he sat me down in this kitchen. And I thought, oh God, you're going to die here. You idiot, what a twit. You're going to die. But what was really, really weird, he didn't. He sat me down and made me a cup of coffee. Can you believe it? A cup of coffee. And he then went on to tell me all the reasons why I shouldn't kill this man. And it included things like, you can drive, you have a car, you're studying hard, you're doing all these things, you've got 2 young babies, don't throw it away. This guy was brilliant. He just turned my life around that night. I'll never forget it. He turned around and said, what was it? Oh, that was it. Just fix up, girl. Fix it up. Go home and fix up. When you're better, you go run. That's what he said. One of my first inspirations in life was Pauline Black of The Selector, showing me that mixed-race women could succeed. See you later, Mum.
Bye.
I've moved on from the past and now have a good relationship with my mum. My favourite saying is, love to live and live to love. I have been a part-time actress for many years and have even starred in a low-budget British film called Jingle Blues, Jingle Bells. As the Scarettes, we have raised hundreds of pounds for charities. We also mingle with our idols from the world of ska and two-tone, as well as TV and film.
Would someone pick that number out, please?
You know, it's going to be really sad if you bought all those tickets and don't win anything. I mean,
And I'd say there's white and 260. Why did someone moan then?
Because I'm white and I feel 260.
I'm really content with how my life's worked out. In fact, life in Hackney is bloody good.
Rude gal, you're such a rude gal. 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 Rude gal, you're such a rude gal.
Her personality and femininity have stood the test.